This will be in half color, half black and white. Hello, hello, hello. Um, as I talked in my previous live, when I went live publicly, unexpected this morning, I talked about a movie that I watched called Mary Shelley. And Mary Shelley is the writer of Frankenstein. And I'm going to share you this story. You might as well say thank you for when I was old enough to read um, books in that type of territory. I was in middle school. I was in sixth or seventh grade. This was in the 80s. And one of the first books that I've ever read, and I fell in love with two of them, was Jane Eyre, who I forget the author at this moment. I think it's Charlotte Bronte. Um, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The intelligence of writing really, really pushed me, and I was interested in photography before that, but we didn't have like video at the time, and it wasn't till we borrowed my uncle's camera that I shot to do like videos. They're all gone now because I had to erase them to record other things. But my since I started YouTube, I picked that up again. And what authors are same as movie directors. They tell a story. And that's what I do. That's what Jane Austen did, Charlotte Bronte, and Mary Shelley. They're all influencers in their own right. Their books are well over 100 years old. And those books inspired me to tell stories. Because people see my videos and they see it as videos, as nothing more. Same with my still pictures that I put out there. They see that as videos and nothing more. And I've been on this platform for a lot of years now. But my videos are more than videos. I have gotten a surge of creativity today. It's not even funny. I actually recorded some, but the vlogs are just coming out like crazy lately. And my videos tell a story. Even some of my lives that are public tell a story. But my vlogs also tell a story. And that's what I try to do, is to tell a story. To not only think about, oh, I'm just watching a video. What is my video telling? Right? What is my video telling? It's a moment in time of what I was doing, the the weather, which is quite windy and rainy at the, which is ever so quite lovely in its own right. But people just think like, oh, it's a tree and it's just wind. It's like everything is art. Art is all around us. Mother Nature shows us art with the flowers and the trees and the sky and the weather, earth, wind, fire, and air and water. Mother Nature, I would say, would have to be the first true visionary of our time. A BC or AC in that era as well. Visionary is are all around us. I mean, you can look at that mailbox that I have. So like, oh, that's just a mailbox. You can get inspired by the littlest thing to make a story. And that's what I do. The littlest things can inspire me to record up to a lot of videos in one day. For an example, I can show videos of trees, and those trees can tell you a lot. You can tell by how long they've been around, what they've seen, what they've gone through in the centuries of time itself, which brings back full story of Mary Shelley, Charlotte Bronte. Those books can be inspiring to a young girl like me. That was, of course, I did it like all for fun, and nobody saw the videos from VHS because nobody saw. But that's what inspired me. These clouds are just fun. That is, and of course, I had my YouTube channel before that. But that's what inspired me to start my YouTube channel. In case anybody was wondering how I got inspired to shoot my videos and start up my YouTube channel. It was from Mary Shelley. And and how even though that a man could write that book and it would be just as good, but a woman wrote it. That has brought women a long way besides women having the right to vote. The closest to Mary Shelley's book, Frankenstein. Dang, squirrel, you gotta go that bad? The closest to Frankenstein is, and of course Robert De Niro did a good job of it, is Kenneth Branagh's version of it. Because, and by the way, before you read, um, Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein are in the same book, and yes, the monster talks. And it's just inspiring. to me, not only as a young girl, and here I am in my 50s, but what I've already talked other inspirational packs in my past lives, but what my love of music came from the Beatles. Well, we all know that. But what inspired you then that keeps you going now? See, I never shared like this. I've shared um, like you can write a story just based on a photograph, but my art form is more than, let's put it in the documentary because this is more kind of like the documentary section. But that's what I do. I see it as more than a video. I see it as art in telling a story of what I've been doing in that day. What did I do before that? Or what was I doing when I showed it? What was the sky was. I look at it for like, for an example, um, perfect example. Like I said, I did a vlog on this not too long ago and I released it very recently. Um, I got a comment on one of my videos called I Don't Get It, and it was from, this is a perfect example of how I do things. So I want to thank you to Charlotte Bronte, Mary Shelley, um, for writing these books, and thank you for paving the way for all women. But this was a still picture that I took. And people see it as the laugh, and they only focus on one thing, and that was the laugh that I put in the video. They didn't focus on everything else that I put in the video. They didn't focus on the on the heart and the sun. They just focused on the laugh, and they didn't get it. But there's story in my videos, and I will explain this one for an example. The video was inspired the day. So the ladder represents the joy. The sun was a sunshine day. The heart is because I loved what I was doing. So it actually represents a story. That's what I am putting across with my videos. A story. Okay. So that's what I want to represent, because I know I'll probably lose some subscribers for this, but I know there's a lot of people out there that don't get what I do, and I hope that this explains a lot. Of course, there's going to be some cheerful stuff coming on, but right now with the atmosphere, I can get inspired. Like I said, the the atmosphere is just sparking activity like Victor Frankenstein created Frankenstein. But my videos tell a story, regardless if they're still pictures with sound behind it or my videos in general. That's what I'm putting my point across. And this is something that I'm going to have for the rest of my life, ever since I was a little girl. I used to do journals back in the day when I was in school, when I had time to do it. But I got interested in photography, and then off and on, I did other things to balance it out, but um, is my YouTube channel is more than a channel to me. That's where I go for my creativity and help you get to know me by just explaining a few of my videos. Some of them are wacky and quirky and downright WTFs, what the hells, but that just goes by the day, or if I get inspired by it or I see something cool. Like today, I recorded a video with some other stuff, and I all I got is spooky stuff at the moment. I don't have anything cheerful or anything because of the weather. And if I see some inspirational in weather and stuff, and of course I will put in, I'll put it back to color and that you can see like the rain, because probably after today I won't be going outside and whatnot, because I just went live not too long ago, but I had some stuff to do in the house and I got warm, so I just came out here and finished up the movie on AMC Plus, Mary Shelley with Eli Fanning. The music is just as good. Of course, there's a one called Gothic. I think it was made in 1984. But just by watching that again, and I haven't seen that particular version, this makes it go full circle for me. And when you watch this, it will explain a lot about me on why I do that I do. Of course, I'm going to do cheery and stuff like that, but I also want to do like atmospheric and relaxation. That way you can have like something out that you can just put on like a cup of coffee or like your favorite beverage or whatever, and just sit back and relax and just chill. I just put this in color, and then I'll put some in black and white, and then I will wrap this up because I'll just shoot the rain and stuff from this angle because I already went live and I showed it from the back angle. But anyway, and everybody's probably are wondering what inspires you to do the videos. And I wasn't ready or comfortable in sharing um, inspired by the death of Pee Wee Herman, and it when Pee Wee Herman died, Paul Rubens, it just unleashed the creativity and the poignancy of my work. And then happened to find Mary Shelley 2017, and it comes in full circle. I'm reminiscing of my 51st year on life so I can press forward. But anyway, oh, look. And this one is not going to be too long today. I may do some, I may put some black and white in here again, but it came full circle that my true inspiration of what I do and how I create is the depth of emotion from Jane Eyre and powerful women through character and author. So I want to take this time to thank Charlotte Bronte and Mary Shelley for getting me through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache through my life that brought me out of that pain and heartache and made me into the person that I am today. And a little bit of Princess Diana. But I want to thank all those women, especially Charlotte Bronte and Mary Shelley. Thank you for inspiring us women, especially me. And now I'm going to do a little tribute swirl because it's in the rain. And some of Mary Shelley's book, Frankenstein, is in the rain. And some of Jane Eyre. I'm going to do this in color and black and white, and then I will fade out. This has been a long time coming, and I would have to say that this is one of my favorite vlogs. But here we go. A little rain swirl here. Oh, I'm in the rain right now. I got inspiration from this. I'm in the rain now, and I don't know how. But this is how it should be. Being pleasant, kind, in a way, but harsh as an author could be. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Mary Shelley, for making the little girl come out. And now I'm going to go into black and white, do the dance again. Look up into heaven and say thank you in the joy, pain, and heartache. And through that pain and heartbreak, joy into my life and inspiration of creativity. May your books live on in all of us. And as I strike it, the stroke of 12, noon. Thank you so much. From one author in a way to another. I love you, Charlotte Bronte. I love you, Mary Shelley. Most of all, Mary Shelley. Thank you, and I love you.